Hastings.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My question this morning is for the Premier. Premier, just after the Easter weekend in April, you visited the flood-affected areas in Belleville, only to let people there know that you had no immediate assistance to provide either to the municipality or to homeowners. One of the residents on River Road, Derek Swaffer, actually said that you could visit his property as long as you did something about it. 3 months later, here we are, and the homes in Foxborough and Tweed that were hit by the flooding are still awaiting some kind of action. Premier, why does it seem that only residents in some disaster-affected parts of the province receive immediate help from this government?
Thank you, Premier.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Well, I think the member opposite knows full well that when there is an application in terms of disaster relief, that has to go through a process. I think he knows that perfectly well. He also knows that when there is a disaster, and it doesn't matter where it is in the province, there are emergency management personnel who are on the ground. They are at the disposal of those municipalities in every situation, Mr. Speaker. And I spoke with mayors in the region that he's talking about. I've spoken with mayors and councillors in other parts of the province where there have been problems, Mr. Speaker, whether it was with tornadoes or whether it's flooding, Mr. Speaker. He knows full well that the emergency management response folks are available immediately. Those are provincial resources that are at the disposal of the municipalities. He knows that, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Speaker, let me remind the Premier that you could personally deliver gift cards and disaster relief when it was a riding that you wanted to take from the NDP. You were there the next morning, knocking on their door with a gift card with the photo op going. The problem is, it's not like this kind of a delay is a one-time occurrence. This isn't even the only municipality in Prince Edward Hastings that's waiting for disaster relief. Prince Edward County has been given the runaround in trying to fill out its disaster relief paperwork for over $500,000 worth of damage that it sustained during that same ice storm where you were gladly handing out the gift cards here in Toronto. In fact, your government has had to start up a special program just to deal with the issue for Prince Edward County. More red tape. Premier, you could find immediate relief for other municipalities affected by last winter's ice storm. Why is it that you can't do the right thing for the people of Prince Edward County and Prince Edward Hastings?
They deserve it.
Well, Mr. Speaker, that's a question that is well beneath the dignity of any member of this House, because the reality is that it is the responsibility of government to deal with and to work with all of the people of the province, and that is what I do, Mr. Speaker, every single day. That is what our government does every single day, Mr. Speaker, and to suggest that we would treat one part of the province differently than others is simply not the case, Mr. Speaker. So the Ontario Disaster Relief Assistance Program, ODRAP, helps municipalities, individuals, but the member opposite knows perfectly well that there is a process. There is a process that requires that there be a distinction between what is the municipal infrastructure that needs support, what is the personal and private property that needs support, Mr. Speaker. It takes time to unravel that, whether it's in Goderich or whether it's in Thunder Bay or whether it's in Peterborough or whether it is in Prince Edward Hastings, Mr. Speaker. So the reality